Hello!
Hi!
Hi everyone. Now we're sending the speech as a video because we're in America at the moment. We feel awful missing out on this important milestone, but thanks to the wonders of modern technology, we can be here digitally as well as in spirit. Now it wouldn't be a real 21st speech if I didn't start out with an embarrassing story, so I'll start out with one. A lot of you might know Ali's quite creative. Music, art, drama, blah blah blah, all that sort of thing. But what you might not realise is how creative she can be with everyday situations. Like chocolate milk. Now, when Ali was a teenager, she decided she wanted some chocolate milk from a carton that was in the fridge, but she didn't know how much was in there. Most people would have gone, pick it up, give it a shake, have a look in the top. But not Ali. Ali decides that the best way is to pick it up, turn it upside down and look inside. You can probably imagine her surprise when chocolate milk comes pouring out all over her, drenching her from head to toe. I've travelled with Ali a fair bit over the years, and the fun thing about travel is that you get to see people at their worst. Now thankfully I can say that Ali's worst isn't actually that bad, although it's quite insane. That said, please never again subject me to another 2 hours on the back seat next to Ali while she goes through all the different accents that she knows or thinks she knows. Irish, South African, Indian, and so on. Speaking of travel, we travelled a lot while growing up. With 3 big brothers, Ali was always going to get her fair share of teasing, especially seeing as she was so gullible. On one occasion though, even Mum got in on the act. Basically, we're on a budget aeroplane, I think it was the first time, preparing for takeoff, and Ali mentioned that there wasn't a lot of legroom. From there, Mum and I explained that the reason there was no legroom was because pedals actually popped out under the seats in front of us, for us all to pedal away and give the plane a boost for takeoff. We had her convinced for a good 30 seconds or so, although to this day she still denies it and says, oh, it was 1 second. Lies, it was 30 seconds.
Ali and I have travelled together too, and in 2007 when Ali went to Europe, I met up with her in Ireland for Oxygen Music Festival. Now, we'd both been to a couple of music festivals the weekends leading up to it, and we thought we were pretty prepared and we had a good idea of what was going on. Until we got out of the bus and our sneakers went straight into the mud. So we spent, without any wellies, we spent the next 2 days with wet feet and mud on our faces, and even so, I will still remember jumping in the mud listening to Maxwell Park, and the fact that we chose to see Brian Wilson instead of the Killers on the last night, and that with Ali with me that weekend, we were able to turn what could have been a totally miserable situation into a lot of fun that I will never forget.
Over the last 5 years, I've had the pleasure of getting a lot closer to Ali, as a lot of siblings seem to do as they get older. I know Ali's studying law and she's got this amazing intellect and all that, but there's one area where Ali always has been and always will be completely hopeless, and that I will always be right, and that is with boys. I appreciate that it's an area that I get to be a part of her life in though, and that she values my input, even if it means another 21 years of Ali asking for my advice, even though we both know that she'll just end up ignoring it because she's made up her mind anyway.
So before Ferg and I started dating, Ali used to joke about wanting us to date so that we could be sisters, and we all know how Ali likes to get her way. So it's probably more exciting for Ali than it was for me, because I already have a sister. But this way, I get a sister who I actually have things in common with, and who doesn't steal my stuff without asking. But that said, one of the perks of having a sister that Ali always looked forward to was being able to share her wardrobe. And now that we're on the other side of the world, she's finally gotten her wish, and I was able to lend her a whole stack of dresses before we went away. Although if she's really my sister, I'll probably only get half of them back, and they'll have lipstick stains on them. But what can you do?
Ali's intellect is only matched by her determination, or as her family would call it, her stubbornness. She can thank her genes for the intellect and our parents for her work ethic. Now, because of her talent she's been blessed with, a lot of people might see Ali's success and think that it all comes easy for her, but those people are missing the full picture. They don't see what happens behind the scenes, all of the late night studying, piles of books around the house, schedules and timetables and colour-coded charts and weekends in her pyjamas studying. Now, Ali, in all seriousness, it's really exciting to think about where you're going to end up in 21 years from now. But wherever it is, I'm sure you'll be excelling at the top of your field somewhere. Now, just one last thing to finish this off, and then you can all get back to the party. They say you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Well, Ali, what I'd say to that is, if we hadn't ended up brother and sister, I'm certain I still would have chosen you as a friend.
Ali, we both love you and miss you so much. We're both so sorry that we can't be there tonight. But you've got all these other incredible people around you who get to share it with you. And I hope the rest of your night is perfect, and we'll see you at the end of the year. Before you go, some of you have probably heard Ali's birthday songs that she's written for her friends. So tonight is Ali's turn, and we've written this silly song, but I hope you still enjoy it.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ali is a pickle, and that is a good thing. She's really fun to tickle, and I like it when she sings. She has lots of pretty dresses, and she likes to eat cake. Ali's really pretty, and I like it when she bakes. Sorry about this silly song, I wrote it in the car. I told first that I would sing, and he would play guitar. It's Ali's birthday, bet she's having lots of fun. So you should go and join her and stop listening to this song. Happy birthday, Ali!
Happy birthday, Moose Face! Bye!
Bye.